Grim, 5 minutes or less. An operator that, when he launched, I think it's safe to say he was the worst attacker on the roster, to the point that in the Invitational Grand Finals in 2022, people cheered when he got used just because people never saw him.
Walk on in, stop planting, I'm sure of it.
There goes some bees, 2 of them fired out. Thanks for the audience participation there, folks. More bees! Woo. Nitro Cell toss.
But now he is in a really strong state, and honestly, I have been loving him lately. He's been a mainstay in my roster, even as a support. So Grim's gadget is the Kawan canister, or the robot bee gun. You shoot it at a surface, little canister comes out, a bunch of bees come out. Any defender that's in the range of these bees will be constantly pinged, and once they actually leave the area of the bees, they will still get pinged for a second or two, just intermittently, sort of like an alibi ping. The primary mode on this thing is that you just shoot it at any surface, and it'll just drop the canister from wherever it hits. Or the secondary mode on this is that the canister will bounce at least once before actually deploying, and will deploy just when it hits the ground. So if I hit it at this wall, I can just hit it there, I guess. The arc on it's a little weird, but the bounce is really good if you want to check an angle without face checking it or even having the angle. Like if I want to check this door here, I can just sort of put it on secondary, aim maybe here, and the bees will, you know, get closer to that side of the door because I can't aim this thing. Or if there might be someone under me, I can just kind of... And now the bees will be under me. Grim is also, I think, the only attacker to have a bailiff, which is really useful with his gadget, because you can just make a bunch of holes and then be really bad at making the holes like me, so then you have to shoot again. But you can make the holes and then just sort of use his gadget, like ricochet it through the holes you've made. Like, I've just cleared an area, I don't know, I just picked a spot with a soft ceiling. Probably a way more practical example. I could be up here, have these holes over the door coming into storage, and I can just sort of use my bees from up top so that defenders can't come in without the risk of getting red pinged. Because even if they try to swing this and take a duel right here, getting red pinged is one of the worst things that can happen to you in Siege, next to, you know, dying. There's a bunch of ways you can actually use the Kawan canister proactively. One thing that I do a lot with it is that I'll just shoot them into an angle, sort of like you would with Zofia, and either confirm that it's clear because the bees aren't going off, or confirm that someone is there and try to flush them out because the red ping goes off. And usually if someone gets red pinged by the bees, they will just haul ass away from that angle. Or if you want to sort of trap someone in an area, you can try to hit the bees into their escape points and sort of force them to either play their life in that area or run through the bees and get the red ping and just be exposed for that second or two while they run. Or, you know, if you want to be a real menace, you can use the bees from above or below where the enemy's not expecting them and sort of just catch them by surprise. You hit them with the bees from the vertical they're not expecting and just start shooting and maybe get a kill or two off of your pings. And there's nothing the enemy can do about it because you've got the red ping on them. They don't even know remotely where you are or where the bees came from. Grim also has access to some pretty good secondaries, all things considered. If you want to be sort of a focal point of the team, you can bring hard breaches. If you want to be flank watch, he has claymores, which are usually my go-to. And like I mentioned earlier, he's got that bailiff, so he can actually do soft destruction, like making crouch holes. Like, Grim just sort of does a lot with a really strong gadget that can just force defenders out of positions. And yeah, Grim, 5 minutes or less. He's just really good for someone who doesn't want to take heads-up fights. Like, he sort of forces an enemy to take fights they ordinarily wouldn't want to, because either they're being pinged or they don't have the escape route they wanted. He's good at clearing space if you use it proactively, and he's good at maintaining space if you use it to cut off doors and prevent them from swinging safely. And yeah, peace.